Hey, have you ever wondered why the sky dances with beautiful green and purple lights at the North Pole, but also at the South Pole? It's like nature is throwing the same amazing light party on both ends of our planet. Hey everyone, I'm Ben. Welcome back to English Story Mode, the podcast where we learn English while discovering the most mind blowing stories from science, nature, and technology. Today, we're going on an incredible journey to both poles of our planet to explore one of nature's most spectacular shows, the Northern Lights and the Southern Lights. Trust me, this story is going to blow your mind. Okay, so picture this. You're standing in Alaska on a cold winter night. Suddenly, the sky starts glowing with green, purple, and blue lights that dance and swirl like magic curtains. That's the aurora borealis, the northern lights. But here's the crazy part. At the exact same time, if you could somehow teleport to Antarctica, you'd see the exact same thing happening. Those are called aurora australis, the southern lights. Isn't that incredible? But wait, what exactly are these mysterious lights? Well, it all starts with our amazing sun. The sun isn't just sitting there quietly. Oh no, it's constantly sending out tiny particles called solar wind. Think of it like the sun is blowing invisible bubbles toward Earth all the time. These particles travel through space at incredible speeds. We're talking about 400 kilometers per second. Can you believe that? Now, here's where it gets really cool. Our Earth has something called a magnetic field. It's like an invisible protective shield around our planet. Most of these solar particles just bounce off this shield, like rain bouncing off an umbrella, but some particles sneak through at the north and south poles, where the magnetic field is weaker. When these particles crash into our atmosphere, they create those beautiful dancing lights we call auroras. And the colors? Oh, wow, the colors are amazing. Different gases in our atmosphere create different colors when they get excited by these particles. Oxygen creates green and red lights. Green is the most common color you'll see. Nitrogen creates blue and purple lights. It's like nature has its own giant paint set in the sky. Can you imagine stepping outside and the sky is throwing a light party just for you? Sometimes our sun gets really excited and sends out much stronger bursts of particles called solar storms. When this happens, the auroras become even more spectacular. They can appear much further from the poles than usual. People in places like New York or London might suddenly see northern lights in their sky. These solar storms can be so powerful that they affect our satellites and even our internet. The sun is basically having a party and everyone's invited. Now, here's something really fascinating. The northern lights and southern lights are like mirror images of each other. When you see green lights dancing in the north, the same exact pattern is dancing in the south at the same time. It's like Earth is wearing matching light jewelry at both ends. Scientists call this conjugate auroras. They're connected by invisible magnetic field lines that stretch from one pole to the other. But there are some differences too. The aurora australis in the south is actually harder to see because most of Antarctica is covered by ice and ocean, with very few people living there. The aurora borealis in the north is easier to spot because countries like Norway, Alaska, Canada, and Iceland have lots of people who can enjoy the show. Have you ever seen the northern lights? What do you think it would feel like to stand under those dancing colors? The shapes are incredible too. Sometimes auroras look like curtains gently waving in the wind. Other times they appear as spirals, arcs, or even crowns of light. During really strong solar activity, the entire sky can glow with shifting colors. Scientists have recorded aurora displays that look like dragons, flowers, and even faces. Nature is the ultimate artist, isn't it? People around the world have been watching these lights for thousands of years, creating amazing stories and legends. The Inuit people in the Arctic believed the lights were the spirits of their ancestors dancing in the sky. Some thought they were the spirits of animals like seals, salmon, and deer playing together. In Finland, people believe the lights were caused by a magical Arctic fox running so fast across the snow that its tail swept up snowflakes into the sky, creating sparks. In the south, the Aboriginal people of Australia and the Maori people of New Zealand also have beautiful stories about the southern lights. Some Aboriginal groups believe the lights were ancestor spirits dancing. The Maori thought they were fires lit by their ancestors in the southern lands. Isn't it amazing how people all around the world, without talking to each other, all saw these lights as something magical and spiritual? Here's a fun fact that'll blow your mind. Auroras don't just happen on Earth. Other planets in our solar system have them too. Jupiter, Saturn, and even Mars have their own light shows. Jupiter's auroras are actually much more powerful than ours because Jupiter is so much bigger and has a stronger magnetic field. Can you imagine what it would look like to see auroras on Mars? Isn't it crazy that the same thing happens on the opposite side of the planet and even on other worlds? Today, aurora research has become incredibly advanced. Scientists use special cameras, satellites, and even rockets to study these lights. They've discovered that auroras actually make sounds too. Some people report hearing crackling, whooshing, or clapping sounds during strong displays. Modern research has also revealed that auroras can reach heights of up to 1,000 kilometers above Earth's surface. That's higher than the International Space Station. Researchers are constantly learning new things about how solar particles interact with our atmosphere. The best time to see auroras is during the winter months when the nights are longest and darkest. You need to get away from city lights and look up at a clear sky. The aurora season runs from September to March in the north. But remember, you need patience. Sometimes the lights appear for just a few minutes, other times they dance for hours. It's like waiting for the perfect moment in nature's light show. Aurora photography has become incredibly popular too. Professional photographers travel thousands of miles to capture the perfect shot of these dancing lights. They use special cameras and techniques to photograph auroras that are sometimes too faint for our eyes to see clearly. Some of the most amazing aurora photos show details and colors that the human eye can't detect. There are even aurora tourism companies that take people to the best viewing spots in Iceland, Norway, Finland, and Alaska. Imagine going on a vacation just to chase the northern lights. All right, everyone, let's wrap up today's amazing journey. Today we learned that the northern lights and southern lights are both caused by the sun's energy dancing with our planet's magnetic field. These solar particles create those incredible green, purple, and blue colors when they hit different gases in our atmosphere. They're beautiful reminders of how connected we are to space and how our planet is constantly interacting with the sun. Did you know that scientists can actually predict when auroras will happen? They monitor solar activity and space weather to forecast aurora displays days or even weeks in advance. There are websites and apps that give aurora alerts. They tell you when there's a good chance to see the lights in your area. The forecast considers solar wind speed, magnetic field strength, and something called the KP index, which measures geomagnetic activity. When the KP index is high, it means stronger auroras that can be seen further from the poles. It's like having a weather forecast for space. This is what English Story Mode is all about, learning English while exploring fascinating science and nature facts that make you say, wow. Every time you learn something new about our amazing world, you're also improving your English skills. You've got this. Every episode is a step forward in your English journey. Some of the world's best aurora viewing spots have become famous destinations. Tromsø in Norway is called the Aurora Capital because it sits right in the aurora oval, the zone where auroras appear most often. Yellowknife in Canada, Fairbanks in Alaska, and Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon in Iceland are also incredible places to see the lights. The key is getting to places with dark skies, clear weather, and being in the right magnetic latitude. Fun fact, airline pilots often see amazing auroras from above the clouds. Some flight routes even advertise aurora viewing opportunities for passengers. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever seen the northern or southern lights? If you could travel anywhere to see them, where would you go? And here's a question for you. What's the hardest part of learning English for you? Drop a comment and let me know. Also, which amazing topic should we explore next time? Maybe black holes? The deepest ocean creatures? You tell me. Scientists have actually classified different types of auroras based on their appearance. There are discrete auroras that look like distinct arcs and bands, and diffuse auroras that create a gentle glow across the sky. Pulsating auroras flicker on and off like a cosmic flashlight. Then there are the really rare ones, red auroras that happen at very high altitudes, and something called STEVE, strong thermal emission velocity enhancement, which creates a purple ribbon across the sky. Each type tells scientists something different about what's happening in space and in our upper atmosphere. The variety is just incredible. If you loved today's episode, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. It really helps other English learners discover our show. And don't forget to check out the description below for 10 fun questions about today's topic that'll help you practice your English. Thanks for listening, everyone. I'm Ben from English Story Mode. See you next time for another amazing story. Take care and keep learning.